Morning, everyone. Today, finally, last week. Today is last week. Okay. So, anyway, the any other things is from help from the office, registration, or some course break, something like that. So you cannot miss the registration. So today is. This quarter, a very difficult time because it's I'm not related ministry or something, but as I said, I'm the business doctor, so leadership is okay. So a little bit covered. I can cover that. So especially this school is missionary school, so ministry leadership. So that's why first week. I introduced some leadership, and the small part is ministry leadership, specified, very specified area. So I'm very difficult time also with you. Same. So today is the last one, last week. So last week. So what kind of your leadership style, your home, your house, your family, and your organization? So just a little briefly review that, introduce that. Today, finally, I want to communication and influence. This is related for leadership. So, for example, in the family, how do you discuss or talking about your son and daughter or your fiancé, husband and wife? How do we communicate? Also, I'm very poor because nowadays I don't want to say to my wife because if I talk to my wife, very difficult nowadays because some friend says this is everything is the same one. Somebody's here, so nowadays a little bit problem, no problem. It's a little bit struggle, something. Sometimes it's very disappears, something. So anyway, so this communication also has followed the influences. As you know, this but common sense. So how do we overcome the struggle, and then how can we communication or something definition? It is a little bit helpful your life. Huh? That's why. Okay. So first, the keyword is word have power. So in the Korean communities, we just one say is compensates the $1,000. I know I guess every country has some very similar idiom. So if I say something, the word is very powerful or unlimited power. That's why communication is very important things. So communication influences, keyword is think, see, do. So if you say, you heard a lot of that. If you say something before the time, just one stay and hear, and then say, something like that. So the communication basically start think and see, and do. Last time I said that see, plan to see. This circle is every project or business management. This circle system, as you know, plan to see. So plan to see. See include, I say, this feedback. Or review. So also the some project I make it the plan and do. Do it means is operate or management. And then this processing is accumulated data in here and plus information and more record. Something is this processing is across this one. And then result. Result is output. This is output, and B again, replanning. This thing is very simplified process, but you know that, as you know that, already you know it, but it's the theory or the schools or college, the basic function is that, something like that. So you have lots of things, lots of ideas, lots of knowledge, and then how to sort of organize, and then the first goal is how to we deliver my idea. This is communication. So if you have a lot of things, so in the faculty members, some idiom is can. You the can. You can do it or something like that, or the can is some food can or something like that. So some professors, just a joke, some professors, lots of things, lots of ideas, lots of do, but no deep, just wide. In this case, we say, you are the can, you are can, very negatively. So because it's what's the meaning, is can is very loud, and the content is empty can. So lots of noisy. That's why even if you are the professor, but you are many idea or lots of the idea, knowledge, but no deep. I know the last time I talked to you how to establish the theory. First thing is paper, line, and dot, the line, this paper. So 2 dimension, and before that time is something, 3 dimension is doesn't matter. So we example or explain very simple this one. Basically, this paper is bachelor degree. So lots of things in here, but it's not deep. Line is master degree. And dot is PhD, doctorate. Doctorate degree. It means, my case, my basic major is business econ. So when I was bachelor degree, business and econ. So include the leadership, marketing, human resource, lots of things in here from 4 years. Basically 4 years. And 2 years belongs as general education. Last 2 years is a major. So 4 years in the bachelor degree, normally 4 years. And among 4 years, 2 years is in charge for general education. And the last 2 years is focused on major. This is bachelor degree. So bachelor degree, we can represent this paper style. And then analysis this one. So most people is finish this one to social and get a job and get anything. Can do that because it's a general education. It includes every social activity or social research, everything, as you know. So most of them, they know some methodology. And the master degree, mostly 1, 2, 3 years. Normally 2 years. Master degree, we can say this line. So also I got master degree also business and econs. So lots of business econs major there, and then I choose only one. This is strategy. And econometrics. This is my major. So lots of that, marketing, human resource, leadership, lots of that consists of the paper. I choose only one line, this one, for my master degree. You mean the line is accumulate and then become a paper. And also I got a doctor degree also, same strategic and econometrics. This is dot. Accumulate the dot, become a line. Correct? So I choose only one in here. So very focus this out. The productivity. This is my case, just example. So I basically paper consists of the business and econs, and then I choose one line for my master degree, strategic and econometrics. And among them, I choose one dot is the productivity. And then I got a PhD degree. So these things, this processing is most of them, all of the theory or disciplines follow this one style. So somebody stops in here, somebody stops in here, somebody stops here. So this thing is two normal degree course all over the world, this style. So I want to say leadership is in here. And somebody is choose one, leadership. And one specified some ministry leadership or something like that. So this is for basic approach methodology. Communication also same. Influencing is the same. So all of them is follow this. Think C2. Think C2 or something like that. So this circulation is very simplified that you remember, plan to share. Okay, I want to take something and then how to do that, and then doing after review and replanning or something. Okay, this is basic concept. So also communication is also the think C2. Okay. What is the communication? This is for theoretically in the college, so it's a definition in there. So the word communication has originated from a Latin word, communes, something, I don't know, which means something common. What's the meaning common? Common. You agree, I agree, everybody agree. This is common. Common sense. Also, we talk the common sense. Common sense meaning is all people, most of people accept. That means it's common. Okay. Communication is a process of exchanging information, idea, thought, feeling, and emotions through the speech signals. What's the meaning of speech signals? It's language, talking. Also, writing or behavior. What is the example behavior? Or body language. It's behavior. Also in communication process, a sender encodes a message and then using a medium and send it to appropriate feedback using a medium. I want to say to encode. Encode. When I was 10 years old, most people knows it the Morse signal. Something. For example, A, tick, 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 or something like that. This is second language style. This is encode. You know there is computer is only two, 0 or 1. You know? So P is something like that. This is code. All of the computers or AI, these things is 50 years ago, or 60 years or 100 years ago, start encoding system. So, you know, the something like that. Now it's disappeared that, but it's encode. Encode is starting to every communicated computer and AI, but robotics. Everything is included. The encode is very significant of the word, encoding. Now it's disappeared. So when I was young, there are some high schools is the encoding major in there. So especially the military is encoding something very specified area. Also, the other definition is communication is the process of sending and receiving message. Very important thing is sending and receiving means is a two-way process, two-way, okay, two-way. You something feel that because it's you were the mother and father and in your home as push one way, only one way, follow me or something. But communication is two-way. Sending, receiving message, for message. So sender, for example, idea. Message, encode. Encode meaning is data, information, knowledge, something. Everything is includes the encode. Channel. Channel is a transmission format. It means in the family, I explain, for example, for instance, even if you have very good idea or good information to your son, at that time, so send in a two-way discussion. But it's more important, another important thing is when? Morning time or afternoon time. So you think about it. Oh my God, my son is not arranged his room, and then how can I do? Right now I'm very angry, but stay. And after class, he come back, and then I say that. Because take time. It's released. And a little bit take out the angry. So sending and receiving message, also very important thing is timing. Timing. As you know that. It's a common sense. So channel means is a transmission format means how can I do that? Okay. So my case, my daughters is graduated college level last year, and then I want to talk to my daughters. What do you want your major? Something. It's very important thing because my daughter's future. So the place is also very important things. Normally in the home it's not serious. So I call to her, and then do you have time? Huh? Can you give me something? And then we will meet without my wife, my son, only met my daughters in the restaurant. And then I reserve that, and then I very naturally and very softly ask to her, what do you think, your major, your future, or something like that. This is for another channel, or transmission format. Okay, so it's a very important thing. As you know that, but what is, how can I do that? It's probably another one. Okay, anyway. Receiver, decode. Decode means it's a receiver, take it. And feedback means a reaction. As you know, this is common sense. Okay, pass. And communication goal. What is the goal? Communication goal is I deliver it to my idea, I think, and that's why very difficult to push that, the methodology, as you know that. So definition is that communication goals refer to means is say that, relay that to the specific objectives. One aims to achieve, so means is some goals. I say to something, I say to push some. So when conveying a message, what is to inform, persuade, very difficult, persuading, entertain, or build relationship. This thing is definition of communication goal thing. They provide the direction and purpose to communication effort, ensuring the intended message is effectively delivered and understood by the audience. It's easy to understand, so just I say one thing is to help you understand. Last time I talked effective. Efficiency. This is exactly different, okay? So I want to take the class. Effectively also, efficiency also. For example, I using this style, this big channel and some screen and using the PowerPoint, something like that, is effectiveness. But efficiency means is how to I organize it. So efficiency is ratio concept. So if you have some your own business, ratio concept is that up. So ratio concept. So somebody input 2 hours and output is 5. Somebody input 3 and output is 10. Something like that. Oh, productive is more. This is ratio concept. This one is more efficient, better than P. Something like that. So if you have your own business, okay, open hours, open to close. Okay, 7 to 5 or 7 to 4. Mostly today morning I have some meeting in the early time, 6:30. So 7 to 4, 7 to 5, or some logistics is 7 to 3. One thing is escape the traffic. Most logistics company in the commerce and Long Beach, they work something like that. So what is that? Mostly 9 to 5. It's normal, correct? And the logistics company or some sales company, something like that. Because escape the traffic and also they starting the business very fresh, something like that. I heard that today morning class, the meetings, one of the something is my personal meeting. So they start early. In the Korean, you know, the Monday through Friday, what time? Monday 9 to 5, and 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 8 hours times 5 days is 40 hours per weekly. This is a normal full time, correct? But it's a little bit different situation. Anyway, so they think about the efficiency and effectiveness. Now in the Korean case, Monday through one time Saturday 9 to 1 hour something. So Monday through Friday 9 to 1, and 8 times 4. 36 hours per week. And then compare that. 40 hours a week and 36 hours there. Compare the productivity. Most people now is testing in the Korea. So Monday through Friday, and Friday is only half time. It's good for all employer and the owners. It depends on the situation. But owners like this one, depends on. Also workers is like this one or this one, it depends on. So now it's testing. So this one is for the aspect of the government. Government push this one. Why? This one is for only half day plus Saturday and Sunday. It means they can tour outside work or to go to travel or trip. Anyway, this long time is to waste for another business. For example, restaurant and tour, something like that. This is a reproductive. Right? Now it's Korean is try this one. So and then this one is for more increase the GDP. But now it's different. But it's depends on the each factory or each company situation. But anyway, this is for good for whole government style. But exactly this one is for effectiveness, also efficiency concept. Now it's changing. A little bit changing. I have a question. You know why the human being is ate 3 times per day, 3 meals, 3 times meals, you know? Who decided? When start that? Can you check it, ask to the ChatGPT or Gemini, ask it. Why people say ate the 3 times meals, 2 times meals or more 4 times meals, you see. So it's very interesting question. So why we are work minimum 40 hours is full time. There are many data, and then they decide that 40 hours is very adequate time for human being. So this is very many accumulate data, and then they decide that nowadays is change that. Lots of change. You know, nowadays is, as you know, this last time I talked to you, this AI and the robotics is instead of the people, human power, and replace the people. So I heard yesterday news is one robot build the backyard home only 10 hours. That's it, only 1 day. But if they are pushed to the human power, it's 10 days or 5 people or something like that. It's not compared, the productivity. So also very important thing is the robot definitely has no union. But the people we make it union because we are correct and then make a power. So robotics, they don't have any union. So it's owners is very easy to control that. Also, they have the robotics have no tires, no need to less time, 15 minutes and 10-minute break, but no need that. Nowadays, it's exactly a real story in the Hyundai automobiles. Now today news also on the way. I heard that Honda is luxury brand is Accord, correct? So Acura, sorry. Honda and Acura is give up the electronic car. Big news this one. So you know the Toyota and Lexus. It's the luxury version. And the Honda, Acura. And Nissan, what is that? Infinity. And the Hyundai, Genesis. So, but the Ford, nothing. And the GM, it's Cadillac version, but something like that. But they don't follow the Japanese style. So anyway, the very big decision of Honda president says they give up the electronic car version. So the reporters asked them, so what is your next plan for 30 years, 40 years plan? He said, we are focused the hybrid system. So it's a little bit different, but it's a bit, why these things is being used? Because it's the Honda strategy is affected widely the automobile market. That's why there are big issues there. So Honda Acura is no more. So it means is you don't want to, if you want to Honda electronic car is give up. Okay, don't buy that. That's why anyway. Nowadays it's so speedily changed that thing. So in the markets is very quickly changed that, but sometimes we cannot follow them. Also, my idea is we don't need to follow them because it's too many things, too many changes, too many things to accept, everything. It's very difficult. That's why very become narrow things. Okay, I think widely. I want to think about widely, but actually, I need very narrow things. That's enough. Because the other thing is already there it is. So if I need it, if I think it, if I want it, and then take it, that's it. It means is something like that. I'm in here. There are lots of data in here. How can I cover that? Be small and big. At this time, only pick. Needed this one, okay, pick. This one, pick. Time or place, anything, pick. Don't need to everything. If I need it, if I want it, if I want some adjust it, and then pick. This new trend, several decades, futures, just my idea. So you don't worry about about AI and robotics and human something. Lots of change. We cannot follow that. How do we do that? Okay, go ahead. And then go ahead means is more larger something. What means very stay in here, just side in here. Well, how do we follow that? Don't need that. We don't need to follow. Only at that time, I pick. Or this one, I pick. Even if this is bigger. It's not my part. Just pick is my part. Something like that. So nowadays, last time in the revolution in the 1930s to 1940s, the automatic is affected the manufacturing system, and then all workers strike, and then the Lordland movement. Nowadays, it's the same situation. All workers instead of the robotics. So how do we respond to that? How do we meet them? To study. My idea is so we don't need to take all of them. Impossible. So in this case, only pick time, pick place, pick at that time. That's it. So in the classroom, it's same thing. You don't need coming here. Or the real time and the real limousine. It's a long time ago. This, especially we are the COVID-19, 3 years. And most people knows it online system. Very powerful, and then also very developed these things. So we don't worry about that. Just if I need something, okay, pick. This one, pick, that's it. But basically, my case is side this. It means it's a bachelor degree, almost something medical school, and something, any more nursing school, any more business school. Just I fix it my case. Even if you make more large, don't need that. Okay, come back in here. This is my idea. And the communication process, as you know, this is also common sense. Sender, you say it to message. Receiver, and feedback. Okay? Think, see, do, and feedback or something. This is for communication processing. The other one is type of communication. What kind of type of communication? Generally, we categorize the communication into 4 main mediums of communication. So it means verbal, non-verbal, written, and visual. So non-verbal communication refers to any form of communication that is not transmitted through spoken word. Non-verbal means is body language, something like that, as space, as expressed my position. That's it. This is non-verbal communication. And the verbal communication is any form of communication that occurs through spoken word. Spoken word, just word is verbal. Visual communication means the transfer of information to a person in a format that can be read or reviewed. The visual communication is to written something, show that nowadays lots of the something X and some what's that? Yeah, shots or something is the visual communication. And also written communication, as you know, this writing. So written communication involves the use of words, sentences, and paragraphs in order to communicate. This is written. So sometimes if you have something to tell your son, and then you think of this is non-verbal or verbal. Or for example, my case, my son, the first coming here only 1 year old. 1990 was 2000. So, you know, the American this. So how to he remembered the state. And state is a very specified capital. In the San Diego or something, Seattle or something. How to remember it? So imagination. So I think for which is better for memorize or understand my son's American maps. So I choose the method is a visual communication. It means it's imagination. So you know they are very easy to find them. Different color, and some dot, they point at the capital, and then my son, very young, is very interesting. This is something like some game style, and then very easy there. Also, imagination is visual communication. So visual communication is very powerful message transfer. So it is very powerful tools. So if you need it, using this style is very powerful output. And the communication style, a short style, aggressive style, passive style, and passive aggressive style. It's 4 divide there. So left side is sociability, upper that is going you in. Down x-axis is dominance, is I win. So I win and you win. So I win and you win this one, assertive style. This one is only I win. You lost this one, this style. So you can sorting, now I'm very neglect for this morning. I pushed to my son or say some very roughly to my wife, and then, I neglect. But I lost, you lost this thing. So finally, I regret. And then I call or text. I'm sorry, that's it. Something like that. This was the time. Finally, every time, everywhere, we cannot, you win, I win. It's very important, very difficult. Impossible, exactly. But sometimes you can do it this time. You win, I win. Anyway. Also next is verbal, nonverbal, visual, written. Is the other style explain. Effective communication strategy. How can we effective strategy make good communication? First, the purpose of communication. What is the goal? What is the purpose? And then you said the audience of communication. And next step is the mode of communication. Mode means is written, visual, or more something. And then next step is the content of communication. What kind of content? And finally, the feedback of communication. Sometimes, when I was young, very disgusting, and I hate them this style, because it's very, very common sense, but it's the in the theory make it some process and then sorting, and each stage it make a definition, but I don't. So sometimes I'm very not agree, disagree this style, but it's when I was in the almost 30 years to studying and research and teaching, and then, okay, how do we deliver my idea or my knowledge to audience, or to, especially to students? So that's why somebody has some idea or knowledge, and the goal is to deliver it to them. There are two methods. One thing is theory. One thing is model. Because it means somebody knows it something, and then how to we deliver it or to this one to talk to others. Theory is to buy textbook style, correct? Textbook is lots of them. Okay. In the United States and then other countries is different style textbook. But in the United States is nowadays change them. Textbook. Textbook is include this one. Theory or model and all phenomena in here, textbook, as you know. So textbook is a United States style is case study. Lots of case study, and then finally the audience or students knows it, the theory. This is for American style textbook, last one. Not now. When I was the 1970, 1980, something like that. In the United States, very powerful academic research area. So lots of case study. And then the students knows it, they automatically feel the theory. And then the teachers, this is theory, something like that, this style. But in the Korean is to say that the theory, for example, this is paper, textbook, theory 1, theory 2, and then make a case study, example. This is United States. I know this in the Asian is same. Theory, and then I put it in theory, and then make it, adjust it, the case study. So it's different to approach. You guys is immigrant from your own country, and then you feel your son and your daughters learn this style in the United States. Basically, it's a United States, American style. or something like that, says basically this one. Nobody says that this one, but I feel that. Also, last time I talked to you, United States, every theory, everything based on what? Psychology, okay? But in the most of Asian is basically start the philosophy because it's the Chinese affected a lot in the Asia. Another thing is, if you know it, any kind of method or knowledge, how to express that? This one, only two ways, theory or model. Yeah, for example, theory is this one. This is function. F means function. Function means everything is to explain that only one sentence. Function means is X means is factors. Okay, I will study. Oh, this X is study. And study, and this is for college admission. You go to the Ivy League or something like that. So how do we make the college admission for some Ivy League? And then what is X? Well, study hard. That's it. If I explain that, okay, somebody study hard and something, and then you can go to the Ivy League university. That's it. But in the theory, very simple. What is FX? It's Ivy League college admission. X means study. That's it. But it's not include the study only. There are lots of activity or something like that. But in this case, okay, plus CX2 plus DX3 or something like that. It's okay. Very simple. Study hard. And X2 is to activity. And X3 is some award, something like that. And then finally, we got the Ivy League college. This side is theory style. And then deliver it to audience to study. So this one is also theory style. Also another method is model style. Model, okay. For example, or something like that, model style. If we put it this one, no, yes, here, no, in here, something like that. So you put it as very simple that if I study in here, study hard, yes. And then you have the activity, yes, no. This style. This is a model style. The model style is explained to others and deliver it to idea. So all of things to phenomena we can express theory or models. So also you are the some your own business. Which is that? The model is better. For example, last week we are very optimal decision-making methodology study day. So if you want to buy your home, your house in here, how to do that? Last time we review, where is it? Where is it? Oh, here. Decision-making table. Last week, I gave this one. This is for, I want to buy home, my home. And then how to do that? I think Form A is very expensive, but very beautiful. And a good school district, or more size, or the investment value, or something. Lots of factors. So how do we decide the home among 5? I think only price, A is better. But I think the school district, C is better. Lots of confusion in your mind. and then decision make. Finally, sometimes give up, sometimes it's make large. Also, last time I talked to you, the investment value and or the price is different scale. Weight and height is different style, correct? Kilogram and centimeter is exactly different scale. How do we make unify the scale? This thing is decision-making part. Okay, so fortunately, last week, I will teach the introduction to business. So I want to make a plan for a syllabus. I want to give some basic business mind. Okay, nowadays is Iran and the United States is big fighting, and then gas price is increasing high speed. Also interest. So gas price and your egg price and consumer index or something. So this case is how to affect for my own life. I want to buy a home. Last time decision making I talked. But nowadays, increase the interest rate and the increase interest rate affected your life, my life. Basic concept I want to introduce to you next quarter. So very simple. What time is to buy my home? What is the educate time to buy something? This thing is how to, what is the effect? Why is the price increase that? That means it's index. So something like that I want to introduce to you. Is real life effective for you? Just my very small goals, because you are coming here for your status, and then my basic and small goals is anything you get, tiny things is okay. When the 1 hour, you can get only 1 or 2. I don't satisfy that. So next quarter is a little bit interesting concept and theory. Okay. Anyway, this quarter finish this very difficult area. So communication triangle, peak report, and feeling and emotion, and ritual and critique, facts and information, idea and judgment is to affect it. Going up and going down is increase the safety and increase the risk. What's the meaning of the risk? Risk means is acceptors, receivers is denied. This is risk, at this time risk. Also in the big concept for you. Everything is expressed theory and model. And every phenomenon we sorting 2 things. One thing is risky. One thing is uncertainty. We can express 2 things. You are coming in here for your status or some sign your attendance, correct? This is for unrisky situation, correct? If you're coming in here, you very strong confirm your signature for your status. This is very unrisky situation. But we divide the 2 things. Every phenomena is unrisky or uncertainty. Even if you are coming, you want, okay, today morning, okay, I will go to the schools and then I sign. But this situation is uncertainty because on the way, some car accident or big heavy traffic or something like that, I don't know. Even if we have many tremendous data, but uncertainty. Normally, I wake up 7 o'clock and then I come here only 30 minutes. This is data and information. But some case, is the another situation. You know, it's anticipate the traffic. So this thing we say, even if I came here for 30 minutes ago, I know that, but this is also uncertainty situation. So how do we make decide? Your son wants to Ivy League. Which one? Your son wants that the goal is, I want to go to Ivy League university because it's my life or something. Because it's exactly called. This is uncertainty or risky. It's very big area, big, ambiguous area. I decide that my idea is, this is uncertainty situation. Even if my son is very hard work and very hard working to study and more activity, but finally uncertainty. Nobody knows it. This is uncertainty. You open your own business. This is risky situation or uncertainty situation. Because your factors, there is many factors. Okay, I have some 10 years experience for restaurant. This is a little bit uncertainty, but risky means is I open to my business in here, my own business in here, but I don't know if somebody opening the same restaurant in here. This is very risky. Uncertainty is automatically change the risky situation, correct? So how do we escape or make conform to uncertainty or risky situation? This one is also same decision-making factors thing. So theory model style approach, or this situation risky or uncertainty approach then. So everything there, I think, is approach. How to approach, how to go there, how to approach means is research and study, work, all things include this meaning. This meaning is to include the approach. Approach means, okay, I go there, is approach. Also, I go to the elimination goal is approaching. So approach meaning is lots of the some significant meaning in there. So risk meaning is a little different. So this risk is a safe versus the safety. And influence. Influence means, as you know, this affected to you. This is influence. Definition is that influence is the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something, or the effect itself. So influence means is even if I say to something and then some effect to others, no. Yes, but also include the effect itself. I'm very angry and shouting. And this is very hard impact for others, but also myself, also influenced. Okay, so influenced on also not others, also itself. Okay. Example: the social media influences. Influence. You know that nowadays influence meaning is shorts is very influence marketing tools. So influence is same money. Social media influencers can shape the purchasing decision and the opinion of their following on the various topics. So very famous people eat something and then short is very influence marketing. You know that the social SS marketing, or social network marketing, or something like that is influence. That's it. It's influence. Influence. What kind of factors? Influence and synonyms. The same word, same meaning. Power, stature, authority, reputation, leadership, dominance, social position. These words is very similar words of influences. Okay. This is influence. What kind of influence and style? The people's style. So blue, I don't know. What's the meaning? The blue. Anyway, I share information about my personal feelings. Share, express, ask, test, ask question, draw others. This is for style for influence. As you know, this common sense is how to use effective to others. This is influence thing. And this is for influence with authority. Very important. Pyramid style. Authority. Oh, I'm CEO. Oh, I'm a boss. This style is pyramid style. This is for open style, open system. So without authority, it's very inspired actions. So in the business part, also many things. If you have your own business in the cook and the restaurant, the halls, assistant, and then you want to push your authority and do it. And right side without authority, okay, correct here. We have something meeting after with a copy and then share. This is for influence, okay? And the other picture says is keep satisfied. X-axis is influence. Y-axis is interest. And the high interest is keep satisfied. Manage it closely, but keep informed. Regular minimal contact. So regular minimal contact is very low interest, also low influence, something like that. The other is the 6 universal principle of influence. I say this is model style. How to explain the influence? Model style. First is reciprocation, liking, social proof, authority, scarcity, commitment, and conspicuous. This is some approaches, this one. So we agree or accept or not, it doesn't matter. But any textbook is say that. And communication to influence, almost done, okay? So what is the purpose of communication to influence? Influence is a goal, or communication is tool, or reverse, that's what, that's the content. Improve influence through stronger self-awareness and effect communication skills. So the goal is influences. The communication is tools. Contents, level of influence, managing power, positional value, and influencing techniques, behavioral styles, listen and reframing. These things is you know that. That's already you know that. But the approach or study is make the model style. And this is a factor influencing communication is the physical environment, the context, the communication style is to combine the factors to influencing factors. This is explain the model style. They follow the model style in this way. Theory is that the 3 things, X1, X2, X3. Physical environment, the content, and communication style. This is theory style. And factors influencing effective of communication. Finally, we have to have effective. I say the effective. Effective is related to some kind of way or method or tools. But efficiency is to timing style, cost style. So efficiency is ratio concept. But the influence communication is related to effectiveness. So because they are, when we discuss time, morning or afternoon, after working schools, and then I say that to something to my son. This is for effectiveness. So when it's a different source of communication is a single or something, this is for example there. So as you know, the all styles already you are doing these things. And the other one is factor influencing effective communication is especially, this is very specific time. Environment, setting, literacy skills, cultural factors, tone, jargon, others, respect. I love you. I love you. My tone. something like that. So it's tone is also very important factors influencing effective. These things, as already you know it. Okay. These things are this school final. Okay. Thank you. And if you have any question.